All right, welcome back, guys. It is going to be map 2 in the grand finals of the Pantamera CSGO Challenge. It is, of course, Ancient versus Orgless here, and Ancient did give us a bit of a showing on Overpass. I think it's something that we maybe expect them to, at least I did, considering how well they played it previously, too. Now, it is going to be Orgless's chance to come back into this, and they had a very good CT side on Inferno earlier today as well against Preparation. 14-1, I think it was. So, see if my prediction of 3 maps holds or not. That's going to be, I guess, the question. What's your thoughts on this?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of was a bit disappointed with how Orgless played on Overpass. I know they have quite a good CT side usually, so I kind of expected more. But on Inferno, what we saw was a very strong CT half, which I think will be the case. We're going to see that again here, even versus a team like Ancient. But they struggle on the T side, and that was versus an inferior team. So I'm not so confident that they can win it.
Always have to remember the fact that once you've had such a massive half, a 14-1, then the mentality often is that all we need is 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And it can affect your flow and the decision making you have. So I wouldn't rule it out, but still, it's going to be interesting to see. They had a very good approach to the CT side. Like you said, they did well, pushing Banana a lot. I was discussing that prior to that map against Preparations, what kind of a approach they're gonna have to Banana and taking that area of the map away from the T's, and they did a very good job at it. Now, Preparations' problem was the fact that they didn't really seem to have any execute how to take over Banana, utilizing Molotovs to sandbags, car, the B choke point, and proper flashes. So if Ancient has all those things covered, it could be a different story on this map, but we'll see. Hopefully we're going to get started soon, though, as we have everyone on the server just waiting for the ready ups. I think we have them now, so it is going to be the 9th round in 10 seconds, and we're going to go live here.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to be said is that Pronex, of course, we've highlighted him a couple of times, used to play for Fnatic and used to be the in-game leader. And Fnatic used to be, pretty much still is, probably, arguably, the best team on Inferno. So surely he must have a good strategy on how to take over banana control as T, even if the CTs try to...
Should have a general idea of what to do in that situation.
Yeah, he's probably tried it a few times too, maybe 3 times.
You'd expect that. Now, it seems as though this 9th round is going to go the way of Ancient, though. So they will get to choose a side. And we're going to assume they're probably going to want to have that CT side start and make Orgless work. Because it's also one of those things where T-side Inferno, it is one of the harder sides of the whole game right now. And once you are in a situation like Orgless is right now, where you just lost the first map very, very badly. Now, if you get a bad start into this one too, the frustration may be kicking in and it could be over before it really started. But here we go. It's going to be the pistol round, and it's going to be the 2nd map of this grand final. And we are, of course, at the Inferno line in Stockholm. And the match is live. Let's get the pistol round by from Orgless on the T side. Interestingly, they have 3 sets of nades. That means 3 smokes, a Molotov, 3 flashes. And they are splitting up a little bit. A couple of people here around Banana. And a couple is in secondary middle, but it's going to be a hard push from Ancient. Frags being traded right off the bat. It's Lecro, who went massive in that pistol round on CT side. An overpass, not managing to connect on anything. In fact, it's going to be a 4-2 in the favor of the T, so that's a great start for Orgless. Now, it's going to be to see what are they going to be doing, as both of the CTs are actually around this B-bomb site.
Yeah, and I think what Pronex just did was throw a smoke in mid and then rotate over to the B-bomb site. So they were kind of risking it, but now that the smoke is going to be fading, he is going back to the A-bomb site, and meanwhile, Pauf is going to be pushing down Banana. So I think this is a very nice way of dealing with it. No matter what the rotation is, going to be fast, and it's also with it. Yeah, it's going to be maximizing their potential here. But Baba is making sure that potential is limited, and now it's all left to Pauf. And a 5.7, not a bad gun, but he doesn't have armor, and Huitten also is going to be Molotoving mid. So with the bomb ticking, him not having a kit, and him having 4 players to find, I think this is rather unlikely, especially now that the smoke also comes down, so he has to push through this. He is, of course, going to be trying eventually, you'd think.
Yep, just hoping for the T's to be going across through the smoke. Now that ain't happening. Puff, I'm sorry for you, but it ain't going to work out for you now. He's going to come in middle. He's going to pick up Barbar. He's going to get more than that. He's not. Dead Fox is going to make sure Puff is done and dealt with. And Chicken comes in looking at the dead body of Pow. That is the kind of start.
Damn
Orgless
chickens.
Really, yeah, the damn chickens. Orgless really needed this start for sure. Ancient trying to throw some early aggression, but didn't work out. And look at this. Ancient actually opted in the force buy. This is something a Fnatic used to do as well, by the way, where they would force buy and have these smokes to keep the choke points smoked off and try to waste as much time as possible from the T's. Now, obviously, the chains of having a 2-minute round time instead of 1:45 has had a bit of a difference in how the smokes can be deployed here for maximum effectiveness. And seems like Orgless is just going for some map control, trying to find some CTs pushing. They're not really getting anything so far.
No, but the first battle is going to be coming in now, I think. No, it is not, because Twist is going to be using his smoke. But now Orgless have forced out all of the smokes from the CTs, meaning that that extra investment, yes, it did take some time off the clock, but it really isn't in play anymore.
Yeah, still a minute to play.
Yeah, and Schneider going to go for a hero play. He is going to be getting 1 kill, but he should be traded, and he will be. So, not only...
Superman moves.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty cool move. He did also land a nice shot, and Pau should be taken down, and he will be. So, now it's all left to Pronax on this bomb side. There is actually a rotation coming quickly. That is going to be Twist, I believe, and it is going to be Twist, and he is going to be getting the frag, and they will be calling Whitten back into the bomb side now, as Twist is going to be taking a fight versus Barbar, and Barbar will be winning it, and then Dead Fox is going to be taking down Lekro. So 2-0 Orgless, and this T side looking much, much better already.
Yeah, that was well played from Orgless. Forced by not working out too great for Ancient. They will have to save this one and not have that much money going into the first weapon run either. So that might affect how they can approach that first weapon round. As it is right now, they have not bought a single item in this third round. Meanwhile, the T's are coming into middle right away. That's going to be Flash as the front man. He's SMG, but it's going to be Lekro getting that first kill. And it's going to be Flash down to 9 HP too. That's a great start to this round. Snyder also connecting on Flash, so quickly it becomes a 5-3. But look at this. 2 T's already in CT spawn. I think Pop has heard him. He's not going to be able to do much about it, though. He's going to leave Pronax alone here. The triple boxes, and he's going to get Molotov and then MP7'd away from the map. It's going to be a 3-3 now, and Snyder trying to just run in with that Mac Daddy. Didn't work out too well for him. And just 2 more TTs, and they're going to be going down by Barber and Maeve. It's going to be an early 3-0 lead for Orgless.
They have good economy as well. They've barely lost any players, and they've used their SMGs to full effect. And a guy like Dead Fox actually has 0 deaths so far, and also 5 kills. So not only does he have the top fragging kind of title right now, he also has 0 deaths. So of course he will have good economy. Now the AWP is going to be coming out, and there's no AWP on the CT side. And I highlighted earlier how I think the CT side AWP is absolutely crucial on Inferno to get those opening picks.
And also the lack of Molotovs, which can delay an attack. Also, there's none of those for the CTs. Now, there is quite a heavy presence from the T's in this banana area as well. It's going to be Pronax here behind the sandbags, and Maeve making his way through to the car. Now, that's the pop blast. It's going to help Pronax get that first kill. Not going to be able to get the second one. Dead Fox is going to connect on both Pronax and Pauv, and that's going to be that whole B bomb side clear. And the bomb is making its way over there. Twist is going to be slightly late for this rotation. Interestingly enough, the other 2 T's are still around middle, waiting for potential rotations. Flash here is going to have a bit of a duel with Snyder, and have Legro come from behind. He's going to take care of Flash in this situation. Now Scootin here is not going to see Legro as he jumps over that little hole. Now, is he going to be able to surprise Legro from behind is the question, but he gets quite far away. Could become a merry-go-around, bit of an effect here. As we can see, Scooten making his way behind. World of opportunity. It's going to happen. There you hope. It's going to be Scooten getting that kill. The bomb is going to explode. This is the perfect start for Orgless. Exactly what they needed.
There's an awful lack of knife kills from Orgless. They have so many opportunities. I sit and cry every single time they waste them. It's not only just really, really humiliating for the player that gets knifed, but it's also a lot of money. And while some people say it's disrespectful, I mean, it's just a good call. You get extra money, and if that kill is safe anyway, you might as well go for it. But
interesting force buy from Ancient.
Interesting force buy, definitely.
Not sure I agree with this, but they are sending 3 people to Banana. And they are throwing those Molotovs to keep the T's away, but Dead Fox is going to come in. Is he going to get flashed? He is slightly getting flashed, and that's going to be Palf coming in. He's going to get that kill on Dead Fox too. And it's going to be Snyder with the second kill on Barbara, but Maeve decides that enough with the shenanigans. He's going to manage a retaliation kill. Situation still does favor Ancient. And they have a pretty good control of the situation so far.
They're really good at peeking with flashes here, the CT side, and now they didn't really get too much information by peeking mid, so they are falling back into the side, and actually, yeah, the T's are unfortunately giving them a bit too much time to reposition, but this smoke, it might land over in pit as a bit of a fake, and then they are going to be running around the other way, so it's actually an interesting plan, but it's just not going to work out when Lekro has that Mag 7 up close, and yeah, Huiten will also be taken down, so around on the board for Ancient now. Of course, Team Orgless, what they don't want to happen is for this to spiral out of control and Ancient to pick up many consecutive rounds, because that is really what is the case on a map like Inferno. As soon as you do get the utility, and as soon as you do get the smokes and the Molotovs and the big guns, then you can just be completely locked out of every single bomb site you try to go to.
Yeah, even if I didn't agree with the force bind, ends up being that first round for Ancient. Now look at this from Orgless. Taking over the apps area very, very fast. That Fox and the rest of the T's are not really contesting Banana all that much. Instead, it seems like they're going to be going middle with the pop plots, and they have mid control. Now Twist is going to be possibly in quite an awkward situation as the flash is coming. They're going to be coming through the smokes. How does the situation pan out to be? It's going to be Maeve. It's going to be Flash. And those kills did favor initially Orgless, but now it becomes a 2-on-2 as Palf and Lekro still alive here. Is Lekro going to spot him? He is going to spot. It's going to be all down to Maeve now. The bomb side, 28 HP, 55 seconds to play with. The bomb is down in quad side. That's definitely not the most favorable situation for Maeve. And the Molotov coming in, that's going to force him out a little bit. Oh, it maybe lands a little bit too far. It's going to be a waiting game. A waiting game. Maeve spots the head of Lekro now. Patience is key in this situation. He's just dancing. Lekro is behind this little pole. And Maeve looking for the perfect opportunity to try and get that bomb, but time is ticking down. It's 20 seconds. He needs to make some kills happen. He needs to get the bomb as well. He's going to get that kill on Lekro, and he's going to get that kill on Palf as well. That was quite perfect, you could say. I mean, I'm not even sure how to describe that situation more than that.
Maeve is insane. That's insane. The guy is an absolute animal. It's insane. I like the little stripper reference you put in there as well. Lekro dancing behind this tiny, tiny pole. But no matter what, we are heading into the 7th round, and it's once again a force buy, and you didn't really like it the last time, but it gave them the only round that they've gotten so far, and we'll see if this time they will be able to get anything like it. But they do have a lot of banana control here, and Pronex and Palf, they're just going to be helping each other out, and they're actually getting 3 kills from that play. And even though Palf drops very low, these force buys, they're just really working out for Ancient.
Yep, with 3 SMGs on Orgless as well. Not helped the situation. Pronex trying to dance his way through the smoke, but not happening. Flash is going to get the kill. That's going to leave Palf here in B, who is down to 9 HP and just has a 5-7. But, that being said, Maeve and Flash have opted to fall back. They're not committing to this B bomb side. Instead, they're just going to be walking to middle. 100 HP on each of the T's. Still got 55 to play with. So they're not in a hurry here. Now, seems as though Snyder is going to be the one that might be seeing some action, but he's not 100% sure as the two T's seem to be making their way towards Arch. Are they going to be going to CT spawn, I guess is the question. They are. Now, how aware of this our Ancient Electro is spotting the CT spawn. He's going to spot one of, he's going to spot both. He's going to connect on flash, leaving just Maeve, the clutch king himself so far. In a 1-on-3 situation, but quite low are all three CTs. Problem for him right now is the fact that time is ticking down. He has only 13 seconds on the clock, and he's going to be behind Snyder. Snyder.
What are you doing?
Snyder.
You shoot on mouse 1. You pull down to combat recoil.
Awkward moment is awkward. 12 HP on him, so Puff is going to be able to get it. And that became a lot closer than it was supposed to. All things considered, that was slightly awkward, Snyder. But, you know, I guess Counter-Strike happened.
Yeah, I mean, a guy like Snyder, very inexperienced, of course. It's the biggest final he's ever been in.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So just won a major, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. But besides that, of course, no, I'm just kidding. But interesting that he can't...
Yeah.
He was actually so solid in overpass as well. He was hitting some nutty shots, but here... Not so much in Maeve. He could have potentially made that work. Unfortunately, he was a bit too committed to the thought that someone else was going to be in pit. I don't really... I mean, yeah, it's just a matter of where they were stacking, I guess, so it does make somewhat sense. But I like how the T's really like to actually try to take top banana control. They're doing a decent job at it as well. They're getting quite a few kills with this. The pop flashes seem to work really well. But they haven't been able to take over the B bomb site yet. At least nothing that I can recall.
Yeah. Now it seems like they are bunching up in banana. Whether or not they're going to be committing there is still a question mark. But it is going to be Snyder and Palfin that be bumps at this time around. Orgless slowly making their way. They are getting ready to throw in a lot of different utilities. And here they go. The push is coming in. Snyder's going to be the first man to spot a T. He gets a kill on flash. Palfir in the first orange is going to get the second kill on Dead Fox, but Barbara and Maeve to trade off those kills to make it a 3-on-3, make it an open bomb site, make it a definite bomb plant too. And now it becomes an after plant situation, but look at this. There's a flank and to spawn. It feels like Pronax had an idea of that, but Maeve just being too strong. And that might be all she wrote full engine in this round.
Maeve is so smart. I mean... He's not even giving Schneider a chance to get back into this round. He does go down, but now it's just too late. Schneider has wasted a good 10 seconds too much to actually just look for that one kill on Maeve. And the crazy part is, they get a kill on B, if I'm not mistaken. Maeve kills a guy in Arch, and he still is looking for the guy CT when they know that there's another guy playing the B-bomb site, meaning that Maeve has to play the odds that they've been having a stack somewhat situated towards the B bomb site, and he finds Pronex. That wins the round.
Yeah,
and he also finds that frag on Arch, which also helps open up the round. So it's just beautiful from Maeve. He's definitely the standout player this match so far, and he's got 11 kills in 8 rounds, so that's also very, very strong.
Now, the Major not able to really string these rounds together. It means that they are sort of in a double eco territory. They decide to force buy with this op on Snyder as well. They have CZs and 5.7s and a bunch of nades and armors to work with. And look at this, though. It seems like Orgless is going to be pushing in middle right now. They've taken over mid. They're going to Arch side. Pretty much all of them are. And they're not going to be finding anyone, as the stack is in apps. And one. It's going to be Electro here inside. He's going to be the man of the hour. He's going to get the first dink onto Barbar and get the kill, too. Staying alive for a lot longer than you'd expect. But finally gets killed by Skutten. And that's going to be the bomb site. And the bomb's gone down. Now, here comes the raiding CTs. Pronax trying to get a kill on the Dead Fox, but unable to convert that. So that makes it a 4-on-3.
Palf is going to be finding one frag here, as Maeve finds yet another kill. And Schneider should be trying to get away with this AWP, and I'm not sure he's not going to land that shot. Actually, I'm not sure why
What is
he
he
even
doing?
go. Yeah, why does he actually go for that shot? I'm not quite sure. It's not like he's going to be doing a lot of it. Well, of course he will be doing some economic damage, but the T side economy, it's not that good actually, because they've just they were just reset before the round that they won. But still, it's the T's. They still have quite a few players left, and they would have had money to buy anyway, even if you had gone down.
Yep.
It could have been, yeah, I guess, kind of in the long run could have helped, but it's much more helpful to have a saved AWP for the coming round. You could force up behind that. Now instead they have to double eco anyway.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna go for one save considering the situation. They forced up the previous one because they were in double eco territory. And they'd probably be able to go with just one. Now, Twitch just bought an armor in CZ because the extra money, I assume.
Yeah, he must have, but that means that he's not going to be getting an AWP next round.
Yeah,
So it's a bit of a weird decision. But he does get a kill.
Yeah, he opens up the round on flash. So that's a great start. Look at this though. And it's a stack at that B bomb side and exactly where Orgless is actually planning to go. So unless they have their Molotovs planned, this could get really dicey for them. They're not Molotoving the first or second oranges. There's still 3 people in this site. But it is actually Orgless managing to get all the kills. None of the crossfires end up benefiting Engine, but it's just going to be a twist with the second kill of the round. So it is going to be grenaded away by Barber. And at this moment in time, it's going to be 8-2. Great start for Orgless, and it's going to be a buy for Ancient. Not going to be an op, though. Not a single Molotov in play, not a single kit in play. But still, nonetheless, it's going to be a full buy from Ancient.
So, a full buy from both teams. It's been some time, I feel, since the last time we saw this, but I talked about how I wasn't sure whether or not Orgless would be shaky on the T side.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Not this time around. 8-2 is a very strong showing, and it does get to that point where it seems kind of impossible for them to lose. But if Ancient do stuff like this, like Twist does here, 3 headshots right after each other, that was absolutely beautiful. This guy is not even supposed to be a rifler. I mean, he initially kind of broke into the Swedish scene as an AWPer, if I'm not mistaken. And here he is with the rifle, and he's just making that work. So Baba going to be dropping away that AWP. He doesn't want them to find it, and they do have a better economy than the CTs, so the CTs will not be able to buy an AWP next round, I would assume.
Yeah.
And we are going to be seeing that that is correct. So, I mean, I don't know. Do you actually like the decision of throwing away an AWP, or would you rather see him try to go and save it? Because personally, I don't like the decision of ever doing that. I'd much rather you try to save it.
I mean, I guess the way they saw it was just the fact that Ancient is very low on money, so they just wanted to make sure that they're not getting up, feeling that they want to avoid it because Twist has been hitting a lot of shots with it. So I guess it's a situational decision to be made. And like I said, it was a huge round from Twist on that one. And that's going to give a bit of a lifeline for Ancient at this point. It's going to be 3-8. And quite a presence from the T's right now in Banana. They're just waiting for the right timing. Trying to take over the car area, but that's going to be 2 CTs awaiting right now. Molotov coming to the logs, and that means the Barbar had to fall back. The clock is right there. Very close up. Meanwhile, though, Snyder's going to be able to get a double kill. Now he's going to be traded away by Skuten to make things into a 4-on-3 situation, favoring Agent, though. Now Twist as well, even though it gets dropped down to 22 HP, he's going to get Skuten. And it's going to be pushed. Now Pronax, the timing is not his friend. Dead Fox is going to say thank you, and he's going to have that bomb side under control. Meaning that they will get that bomb down unless Twist is going to come in. He's going to have that pop blast, a perfect one. Now Dead Fox does trade it away, so it makes that into a 2-on-1 situation. Lecro, once again, coming in the action and shooting Dead Fox through the smoke. That's going to make it 4-8, and looking at the money for Orgless, seems like it's going to be eco territory for them.
Yeah, and I think that's a good decision. Luckily, we don't see a foolish force buy as we have in other matches of this tournament so far. It's actually a bit of a shame that they didn't know that the bomb site was clear. But Schneider could make it all work here. He's going to be finding one, not finding more than two though, as a lot of Ts without armor could have potentially made his statistics look very, very good. But Pronax actually a bit kill greedy here and gets taken down by Flash. And now, I mean, Flash doesn't have armor. It's quite unlikely that he'll be winning this round, but he could potentially get another kill. He still is on full HP, and he does have a rifle, so a bit more economic damage would actually be quite nice. He does have a guy coming in from behind, and he hasn't reloaded, so with only 6 bullets, he's definitely going to need to land his shots, but they're actually not quite sure where he went, and he is going to be finding yet another. And that actually gives him the possibility of clutching this, I'd say. And they don't know if he's went into the apps or if he's gone back, but I think... I'm not quite sure if there's actually a death cam at this tournament.
I think it switches off like this. Like
yeah, so they can actually know, and that's why they have to split up, but Flash unfortunately can't make use of the fact that the dead player can give no information, and Flash could have potentially made the round work, but instead it's not going to work for him. He was a bit of a hero, at least in my opinion, on Inferno. He at least had the very important clutch. The 1 versus 2 clutch versus, who was it again? Preparation?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been.
Now, here we go, another buy round and twist, opening things up right off the bat. He's going to get a kill here in the middle. He's going to smoke off middle too to make things worse for Orgless. Bit of a comeback from Ancient coming in, considering the situation was looking at 8-2, I think, at one point. Forest, so they are slowly getting into this. Now they're just leaving one CT that's going to be Palf in Banana. Everyone else going to be A. And still undecided is Orgless. Seems like they are actually falling back and thinking of taking over Banana. But here comes the Pop Flash, and here comes the 3-man fragging unit. And Palf is going to have to be ready for this as they are just coming in. They're coming through the smoke. Palf getting first, getting the second, but Scootin then gets the trade, and Pronax is just going to be fighting himself in. I'm not sure you needed to really do that, considering the situation was really favoring them. And that's going to be an Afroplan situation, a very winnable one at that, and even more so with Barbara getting a kill on Twist. So that little cheeky push through the smoke could have done a huge difference, and there's a Molotov on Barbara too that could really put a lot of time and waste it away from a potential defuse. And here comes that Molotov. Snyder needs to connect on Scootin. He does not. Only Dinks does not get a kill. He tries to defuse his Electro and that Molotov, because why would you not? I must say, Pronax, you did not need to do that. Powerful did enough work. Just take it easy. Go together. Ask for a pole flash from your teammate maybe, and then go in and make sure there's someone to be trading a potential kill if you happen to die. And looking at Aidson's money situation right now, yeah, it's not great.
You also have Pronax on only 2 kills,
Yeah.
so losing that quite crucial round actually, and still, I mean, Inferno, how would you say it's balanced? It's slightly CT.
It's very, I think it's...
Is it very CT at this current point in time? I remember it being one of the most balanced maps in the map pool actually.
I don't remember, I don't know the statistics exactly, but I'm guessing it's quite often around that 9-10 mark, at least.
Yeah,
for CTs.
I'd agree. 9-6 sounds about right. I think 10-5 is maybe a bit of a stretch, but still, being on the T side and getting this 9-5 score so far is definitely something that Orgless can be quite happy with. Barbar can be quite happy with that one tap, somewhat a bit of a pre-fire as well, and now he's not only pulled 1 rotation, he's pulled 2, and his teammates are going towards the A-bomb site, and the only thing that we can hope for now, if you're an Orgless fan, is that they do go to the A-bomb site and don't go through CT spawn. And they are going to be going through CT spawns. This will be some sort of weird round where they're going to be trying to pinch players on the B-bomb side. And Barbar needs to win this fight, and he does. So he is going to get flanked soon enough, but the whole plan has been spotted, and Schneider is going to be taking down Barbar. So now it's a 3 versus 3 all of a sudden. Simply all due to that poor decision, and Lekor is going to be taking another, and then Schneider comes in, and Maeve, so they were in the driver's seat, but a single bad decision a single wrong bomb site. I mean, it's of course much easier to say it's a bad decision when I know exactly what's happening, but had they chosen the different bomb site, then they would have surely won that round. There's no way they're going to be losing that round.
Yeah, I guess just happening to take the wrong decision is the way to put it, I guess. But you're gonna get right back into it. It's gonna be 9-6 half for Orgless on the T side of Inferno. So the situation does definitely favor them. But considering how it looked early on, and Ancient still managing to scrape in 6 rounds. It's a decent, valiant effort for them, but let's see what the pistol round has to offer. It's going to be 3 sets of nades for Ancient. Seems like Path is going to be smoking top and middle directly. Well, pretty much everyone else is going to be secondary middle. And a bit of a split up. Snyder is going to be lone man in A-Apps, taking it right over. Let's see how he progresses from here.
So the T's are just going to be rushing in, and they do have 4 CTs situated towards this bomb site. Barber just gets absolutely nailed. So Maeve needs to come in and do some work, and he does take down Pauf. So now all the T's are more or less stuck in the bomb site, except for one who is in pit and can't quite find a CT player, but will eventually. That must have been Twist, who takes down Flash, and they are going to be hunting Whitten, and Maeve is also on 1 HP, so this is looking more and more like a T-sided round, as Dead Fox does find one, finds 2. That's a great shot from him. And they don't have a kit though, and it's going to be hard since they don't know there's a player on the bomb side. He's not going to be winning that fight. Maeve is the clutch king, but surely this is too much for him. He doesn't have a kit. He needs to peek Lecro, and he does, but can't quite find the frag. And since he doesn't have a kit, this is in more than one way impossible. So can only go for the $300 bonus for getting a kill, but unfortunately not going to be getting it. And Lecro wins the round. And that's a very, very, very important round for Ancient if they want to get back into this.
The question is, how did Maeve survive so long with 1 HP? That would be my first question to ask. Now, the entry kill from Snyder is very huge. He got one on Barbar. I think it was in the big pit. And that might have made a huge difference in that attack. Get the bomb down, going to 4-4. And eventually Maeve being alone. Now, like you said, that's going to be the key round here for Ancient for a potential of a comeback. Looking at Orgless, they are playing the numbers. Only one player with an armor, rest have pistols, but as you can see, there are a bunch of smokes. They want to make sure they are wasting time from the T's, but Dead Fox not wasting any time getting that first kill though. Perfect fall flash, and then going in and getting that kill, making it 5-on-4. In favor of Orgless.
Dead Fox has been getting some really, really important kills throughout this whole Inferno game. Also on Overpass, actually, he's just one of those players. It seems that whenever he has a rifle in hand, people just die instantly. If you get in a fair 1 versus 1 fight, I don't think there's anybody on this server who would actually be able to beat this guy. His individual skill level is totally off the charts, and therefore, when he gets a pop flash to peek with, it's just even better. And even though he does have inferior weaponry, he does have superior skill, and it does show in that situation. Now, Whitten not going to be winning this fight, as Pauf takes him down, and Lecro also takes down Flash, so all of a sudden that totally changes up how this A defense works. But Barbar in a very good position, and I'm not sure they even clear this out. Pronex thinking about it perhaps. I think he might have spotted him, but Pauf going to be taking him down, and now it's going to be really, really tough for the CTs to come in for this retake. Dead Fox going to be dinking one through the wall, and he's going to be trying to fall back, but it's not going to work. Maeve has to battle more than one at a time, and it's not going to work out for him. So a very kind of, yeah, it's a bit of an easy round, as the CTs didn't even have any armor, I believe. Some of them might have,
yeah,
but
only one had.
Yeah, okay, that's how it was.
So we spoke about those statistics for CT and T side rounds. And it seems like ESL Nordic has been doing their digging, as they've been tweeting at me that Inferno past 3 months on LAN, CTs get 55.56% of the rounds. It's quite even, Steven. Now those nades are going to have some massive damage. That's going to be the first 2 kills. All 5 CTs in Banana. Not any longer though. They are out of the map. Not a single casualty for Ancient. That's the perfect anti-eco round. As we go into this always important first weapon round. Score is all 9. All square at 9. And Pauf is going to be keeping the UMP, but just surprisingly viable weapon even against armor. He does have a pretty good armor penetration. Now again, it seems like Orgless will have this banana control, and Dead Fox is just gonna burn alive, is he? He's not. He's down to 14 HP.
The only reason he actually survived that was because he was standing in his own Molotov, so he took less damage than he would have done if it was an enemy Molotov. But a good setup here from the CTs, and they are going to be finding a lot of frags. Barbar finding a bit of spray through as well. Flash should really not be taking that fight, in my opinion, but Pow from Pronax both low. They shouldn't be able to get anything from this, except maybe one more frag. They're not even going to get that. But I think it was just Molotov from behind the smoke. I mean,
that was awkward.
Yeah, I can't even actually... I mean, they must have just smoked bottom banana like they always do, thrown the 2 Molotovs that they always throw, and then someone Molotov top of car, and instead of going back, perhaps they could have double Molotov. That's the only reason I see that he doesn't want to go that way back, but he also could have used his smoke on himself, I don't know.
Now we have another buy round from Ancient. We have an up and twist. That Fox is going to be opening up with a kill on Lycro though. Well, that is going to be the banana control once again established by Orgless. Quite prominently. They're going to be leaving just Dead Fox in there. It's actually Maeve is going to fall back and come help him though. Meanwhile, the T's are working A. They have 3 in A apps. Steiner walking through boiler door. So let's just come in and joining the action with the op. Now, problem is there are 2 CTs on that arch side. One of them is going to be here in closet. But Twist is going to dispose of Scooten. That's a great start. Equalizing numbers in the 4 and 4, leaving just 2 CTs on this A site. I think it's going to be a lot of work on Flash, who's going to be in big pit, but Barbar does get a kill. Pronax though does get the kill on Flash. And that's going to be that pit lost and under control of the T's. And that's pretty much the whole side. And Snyder also, he's going to be flanking there in Arch side. And gets the kill on Maeve. I think Barbar does know where he is, but there's a smoke in between. Now, timing could be key here. It works in the favor of Dead Fox in the end. Seemed like Snyder might be able to slip away. It is now a 2-on-2 situation. The bomb is down. And we have the Barbar in A apps. The rotation, meanwhile, Dead Fox is going to be in the arch side. He's going to be flashing in. I think that's going to be the cue for Barbar to check it out. What's going on from those A apps. He's going to go back, and it's not going to be spotting anyone. There's one under him, and Barbar's going to lose the duel against Pronax, and Pop's going to get Dead Fox as well. And that's going to be a massive, massive clutch from Ancient. Looking at the money situation for Orgless is not looking pretty, so they will have to be saving at this one. Even though they won the first weapon round, they still lose the one after, and that's almost going to be a situation you never want to have.
At least Dead Fox actually has a bit of a bank. He has 5k, so if they are going to be forcing up the next one, which I assume they will still have an op, and the same player will still be able to get some body armor, so it's not actually looking too bad in terms of money. But Dead Fox, yeah, he needs to push close because of the 2 Molotovs. That's the whole plan with those 2 Molotovs, and now Twist finds both of the frags. Schneider finds one onto Whitten, and he could be taken down here potentially, but he isn't going to be. And our last man standing is going to be Flash, who might find Schneider with a bit of luck, but that luck goes in favor of Schneider instead. So 11-10 in favor of Ancient, and we'll see if the CTs do decide to buy up on this. I mean, Maeve has to go for some sort of famous body armor. He does actually get a drop. I'm not quite sure how they even managed to get this in, but apparently it works, and if it does, then it's not too bad. No, he didn't get a drop. He didn't get a drop. He must have bought it himself, yeah. But he does go for famous body armor and, of course, a smoke. So Barbar still has that op that he's been doing pretty well with throughout this tournament, and he will be looking to, of course, keep that nice little streak that he's got going with the op. So he does get spotted out by Schneider, and then Whitten in a bit of an interesting position. I'm not sure that you should be taking that fight, but does get taken down. I mean, you do eliminate the lurker if you actually win that, but there's really no reason to overcommit to that battle when you can't get traded, or well, when the opposing player can't get traded.
Yeah, and Twist is going to get a kill in B, so that's going to be their cue. They're going to be pushing into the B bomb side. Only Maeve he's going to be here in construction, holding forth, waiting for the right moment. I don't think he's going to be contesting this bomb plant, but Barbar is going to get a kill on Pronax. towards from that CT spawn area. Not sure how aware are the T's of that one more player being in ruins, really. But Snyder getting a kill on Barbar. There goes Maeve. His hiding place has been spotted, leaving just Flash, and all of a sudden things are actually turning in the favor of Ancient. Now though, Flash is gonna get a kill on Snyder, and
He didn't get the op?
yeah, I was gonna say there's an op Flash. Maybe?
Oh, he threw it out. They're saying low.
Okay.
I think he threw it over the wall there. Just as Flash shot him. That's really poor timing. Oh my god. I mean, in that situation, I understand when it's really not... It's not Schneider who gets anything from really saving it, you know?
Yep.
When you've got the man advantage and you throw it away so the other team can't save it, that makes sense in a way. Because then you don't have to commit a player to watching that area of the map and watching the gun.
Now, it is going to be a 12-10. Ancient taking the reins of the second map as well. It has been the quite a T-sided affair on Inferno so far. It's going to be another save from Orgless. They have that M4 on Flash, but that's all they have really. A bit of upgraded pistols, but no armors, no smokes, just a couple of flashes now. Twist is going to open up on Maeve. Dead Fox is going to try to connect. Does not happen. It's going to be Flash with the lone frag from the CTs. There's only Flash and Barbar right now alive with 4 remaining Ts all the way on the B-bomb site. Taking it over. Meanwhile, the remaining CTs are, well, they're in T-spawn. Probably just trying to make sure they save these guns, as Barbar has managed to get an AK-47 as well. I think Ancient probably realizes the situation. They're going to go for the hunt because money should be quite okay for them at this situation. And they're sitting at quite a bit of dollar right now, so going for the manhunt makes all the sense in the world, considering it's not a similar situation for Orgless.
They got that 6 Skrilla that you were talking about earlier.
Yep.
I like how Baba is actually... This is something I think that...
pay me.
This is something I don't think people do nearly enough, where if you have a smoke and you're saving, use that smoke to block off the area where the incoming players are coming from, because that smoke is worth $300, and saving that is not as important as saving your rifle. I don't think you should ever risk losing your rifle to save a smoke. I think that's a stupid idea, and I think something that I see a bit too often. Maybe not in the highest tier, but at least in some of the lower tiers. And yeah, it's just foolish in my opinion. But they're going to be coming out alive with both their guns, and that means that they do have what it takes to contend this round. And they don't have an AWP though, and in my opinion, an AWP is very, very key. I've said this so many times this tournament, but an AWP is very, very, very key in my opinion on the CT side of Inferno, because you want to get those entry frags. You want to be out there, be in their faces, and make sure the T's play even slower than they already do. But Twist is not going to be playing slow. He's not going to be slowing down at all. He's going to be just trying to see over the smoke, but it's not going to work for him.
Yeah, look at how passive this time around Orgless' hold is, but Snyder coming in into quad side, already getting kill on Scootin, making Barbar fall back. They still do have 2 players on this A site. Barbar in pit. No, I mean Flash is going to be in pit, and it's going to face Pronax, who's going to be playing Super Mario with him, jumping on top of him. This is going to leave Barbar in a very awkward situation. I don't think he's going to last for much longer. And he is actually getting disposed of by Poff, leaving just Maeve and Dead Fox in a unwinnable situation as the bomb is about to go down. They're actually waiting for the bomb plant before they plant it, just to go for the hunt, to have some extra seconds on the manhunt. They've now literally isolated the map so that they cannot be anywhere else but B-bomb site. So this is going to be a bit of an attack towards that B-bomb site, I'm guessing. This remaining players trying to find them, and they have spotted Pronax just spotting Maeve in ruins, and Dead Fox already down by Twist, so I don't think Maeve is going to last for much longer unless he goes insane, and he's not. It's going to be Hoff getting that kill. And Ancient looking more and more poised to take this tournament. Seems like though Orgless does have the money and the means to force into this in a rather okay manner, actually. They do get an AWP. They have some FAMASs and M4s in play. Bunch of grenades and even a couple of defuse kits, so it is a pretty decent buy for them.
Yeah, but they should be more or less out of it if they don't pick up this round. So this is a very crucial round, and something that can really mess up your mentality, and it's especially the case on Inferno, is the fact that you can sometimes end up in these situations where you just retake every single round, and you need to save weapons all the time because the rotations are so long, and if the bomb does go down, the bomb sites on Inferno are almost impossible to retake. But Huiten going to be taken down one. Dead Fox gets taken down by a nade, but Barba also found one earlier in the round, so numbers advantage in favor of the CTs, and for the sake of a good final, I really, really hope that Team Orgless do actually manage to pick up this round, but it's looking hard for them. Barba is going to be leg shotting one, and what is Pauf doing? Barba finds a leg shot with a no-scope and finds Pauf with another no-scope, so now it's Twist with 15 HP. He's been leg shotted already. If he were to win this would totally crush the mentality of the CTs, and there will be absolutely no way, in my eyes, of them coming back. But Twist, 15 HP. They know he's low, and yet they peek him with their arms, which arms don't really shoot. So Twist going to be Molotoved off, and now, because of his low HP, he can't peek this angle. He will try, but he's not going to get anything from it. Huiten going to be making quick work of him. They're going to be picking up his op as well, and they should be picking up Barba's op as well if they want to do a double op setup, which isn't too uncommon. But it doesn't seem to be the case, and a very important round on the board for Orgless.
Yeah, massive no-scope hit from Barbar to Pauf, but Pauf being totally clueless, not even checking the first oranges, which should have been known by the T's at that point that there was a player there because he just got a kill. But at the same time, sounds in CSGO sometimes do seem weird, so you never know. It's really hard for me to call it out really at this situation, but that was pretty much the last call for Orgless to get into this. It's going to be 14-11 now. And good contesting here in Banana. Lekro's going to go down. I feel like he was way too alone in that situation. He should have had a teammate there. While Orgless is pushing down, and it's going to be Twist retaliating on the kill. That cheeky little boost on the flower pot working out wonders for them. Now that means that Barbar will have to fall back. He's going to get blinded by this flash and forced to fall back quite a bit. Meanwhile, Ancient actually, all except for Twist, are not in Banana, and Barbar connecting on that jumping Twist to make it a 4-on-3 situation in favor of Orgless.
Yeah, and it is going to be the T-push going to be a great shot from Schneider. Going to be opening up here onto Flash, and it's do or die time once again for Orgless. They need to win this round to somehow stay in this final, and Schneider going to be dropping dangerously low, but he does get one kill, and Pronex is also quite low, and Pauf not really that low. Unfortunately, Maeve could have probably gotten more from that, but Barbar, he's, again, this is what I was talking about, the rotations are so long, and it's too long this time. But Barbar just has to save his rifle, and the T's, they probably don't even have the money to actually afford the... Well, they do actually have a bunch of money, but they don't have the HP to
they could do
go for this
they were expecting an attempt from Barbar. That's why they're not going anywhere. But now they do realize as time is winding down that he's obviously not coming. On the other hand, for the CTs of Orgless, their money so that Dead Fox and Scootin can still have a relatively okay buy. I mean, like Maeve and Flash are going to be quite low on cash. Well, that being said, Maeve and Dead Fox not going to be able to buy a whole lot either, but, you know, they will have to do what they can. And Max 7s and operative pistols it is, together with Barbar's AWP. I think he needs to be the man of the hour. He needs to make some sweet plays for Orgless to have another fighting chance. It is possibly the last round of this tournament. And it's a championship point for Ancient at this situation. A bit of aggressiveness shown by Orgless in Banana. They have thrown that halfway through smoke in Banana. Meanwhile, it is through the T's are actually working their way towards A, but Twist is going to open up on Maeve. The kind of opening that Ancient really want to have too, and that's going to leave just Dead Fox here in Banana. And Scootin as well is going to be rotating his way into B.
Dead Fox hasn't been spotted at all yet, but he's down to 23 due to a Molotov taking him down to 42 and then a nade. So he's just surviving by the skin of his teeth currently, and He does have this max 7. I like this decision that they just smoke it up. They are going to be flashing through. Deadfox finds one. Can't find any more, but the rotation is quite close. And Witten going to be flashing himself in, and he needs to make a play here, so I like this. But is not going to be able to, and that looks like it might just be it.
Yeah, it might be just it. It is 15-11. That's going to be the B-bomb side last, and it's going to be the bomb down. And there's a flank of Pronax in the process as well. Now Barbar and Flashy are going to be the last two remaining CTs trying to make this work. Now, if Ancient played this smart, there's no way they're going to be losing this. But it seems like Pronax is not going to be on that flank. He's going to go and join his teammate in Banana. Twist going to connect on Barbar. It's just going to be all down to a flash. And he does get a headshot on Snyder. Is that going to be all she wrote for Team Orgless in this situation? Time is running out. It is over. There's no way he's going to win it. And there you have it. Ancient is going to be your tournament champion here at Pantamera CSGO Challenge.
Yeah, congratulations to them. It's fantastic. I mean, they were behind, what, 8-2 on the CT side of Inferno?
Yep.
Something
They
crazy
were.
like
Yep.
that. And then they just make such a great comeback. I mean, this T side on Inferno was just absolutely perfect from them, more or less.
Yep.
There's really not much to be said. It's unfortunate, of course, that we don't get to see a third map, which we had kind of predicted here. But, of course, we should also be happy that we can now finally crown a winner, which is going to be Team Ancient, and they are going to be taking on the Pantamera CSGO Challenge number 2. Yeah, I don't know, trophy, I guess. Do we have a trophy? I don't actually know.
Looking at the storyline of Ancient in this tournament, it started off by winning 1-16 against Preparation, as we're going to be looking at the bracket right now. They, of course, did beat Alternate Attacks earlier today in the semi-finals to make it into the finals. On the other side, you had Preparation playing as Orgless, and Orgless did beat Preparation 2-0 as well. So it's all being 2-0s today, just 2 maps each. So 6 maps today instead of the potential 9 we could have had. But nonetheless, to talk about Ancients and their progress through the tournament, it started off pretty rough. They lost to Preparation 16-1. And they did beat Alamix, but then coming from a 14-6 deficit against ENS.
Yeah, they could have actually gone out there.
Yeah, they were on the verge of going out in day 1. And they came here to day 2 with a totally different face. I think, I feel like Twist, for example, had an awesome finals day here. Snyder played really well.
Lecro
Played insanely well. Had a lot of clutches.
The potential in that guy is insane. I mean,
Seems to be. I think there's definitely a spot. So it's a great showing for them. I mean, it's the first tournament for these guys. They start out rough, but it goes to show once you get comfortable, once you get your confidence going, these types of players they can do a lot of things. And today they are your champions, and they've just won what 12,500 euro.
Yeah, and it's all from recycled cans, as you've
Exactly.
been.
How awesome is that?
I actually love
Pantamera.
Yeah, you need to give yourself a pat. You need to do it. It's like, yeah. So it's a commercial. I actually love that commercial. It's such a good commercial.
I don't
know if you've seen it on the stream. It's just like it's there on the stream sometimes. You'll probably see it if you are here for the break. But it's like something like every time you recycle, you help save the planet. Give yourself a pat on the back next time, and it's just like some guy running around patting himself on the back while he's like. Yeah,
but it is very
swimming and
important.
stuff. It is
taking care of our environment.
Yeah, it is actually. I mean, global warming and stuff. It's I feel like we're in like a beauty pageant or some stuff like that, where it's like we get some question. It's like, how are you gonna fix world hunger? And we're like, oh well, I think it's bad that there are people that don't have food. I don't know. I'm taking this way too far.
I was gonna say, I don't know what this conversation is gonna go.
No. You never know with me. That's the thing.
I've come to notice. I've learned a lot of things this weekend. But we are waiting for the winner's ceremony.
They should be ready soon.
They should be ready soon is the word right now. But on the other hand, Orgless, though, coming a little bit short. What's your thoughts on their tournament?
They've been consistent, as you said, actually. That's a very, very good way to describe it. But here in the final, just all cracked. I feel that they actually... I don't know if it was so much choking. It's not like they missed their shots or anything, but they had a huge lead, especially, well, of course, on the second map. That's the only one I really want to talk about, because for Orgless, the first map isn't that important. But they had such a huge lead, and they just threw it, and they were even on the lesser favored side. So maybe a bit of choking. Sometimes you can make bad decisions just because of the pressure, but it must be really tough having such a huge lead and then throwing it and that making you lose the final. But I think they can be very happy with themselves, and it seems like the squad that they've put together here, the chemistry and just the way that the team works, it's going really well, and I think they have a very bright future ahead of them. They beat some really good teams, and I hope for them that they will be finding an organization. And when you get
not be
second,
Orgless anymore.
yeah, exactly. But when you get second at a tournament like this, of course, that will definitely give you some. You'll become more interesting for organizations. So that's a
now for
that's a
me. I
nice
think
plus.
the interesting factors were I think Maeve did a name of for himself at this tournament. Some amazing plays, and Dead Fox obviously I did talk about him part of this tournament, but he is definitely someone to watch. Has a lot of talent. Very versatile player.
Yeah.
One of those few kind of players who can really pick up any kind of a weapon and be in any sort of a role and still really excel in it. Barbar, again, quite a efficient and solid performance from him. So, I mean, they are in somewhere on the verge of they could be really good, but at the same time, they have these collapses here and there where just, they should be contesting for winning maps like they just had on Inferno. I don't think they should have really lost that one anymore, but nothing away from Ancient. They did play amazingly well.
Yeah, it was a good CT half. I'm actually not. I mean a good T half from Ancient especially. But now that I'm thinking about it, the thing that actually broke the momentum, wasn't that the one round where they went to the wrong bomb site, more or less, where they split through the CT spawn and then they actually, wonder what would have happened if they had taken the other bomb site. I mean,
Counter-Strike, winning and losing, it's in the detail.
Yeah, that's why it's such an amazing game, because it's like the margin of error is so small, and it's oftentimes actually, I mean, of course it is the team that's the best that wins, but it's the fact that it's the team that makes the least amount of mistakes that is the best team.
That is actually very true. Less mistakes, more winning. That would be the storyline. What you can take away from this tournament here at Inferno Online. We are still waiting for the winner interview. Apparently all players have been found, so we're almost ready to take you over to the prettier faces than us, put it that way.
Yeah, of course. But we didn't say this earlier with the semi-final, that the losers, of course, will be going home to cry. It's Natsu that's been saying this a lot lately, and he's obviously been playing at a quite high level, so he must know how it is to take a loss and just
it sucks,
go home to
right?
cry.
But it is what it is. Just to mention also, we did have a fourth place decider, and it was won by preparation 2-0. Mirage and Cash, 16-8 and 16-12. So alternate attacks, despite looking very good yesterday, just running flat today, not scoring a single map.
It's like a reverse Ancient, kind of. Ancient were
poor
on the first day.
Things are interesting in that way, that from one day to the other, they may change. We are getting some beep beep sounds here, but no messages so far. Our SMS system is not saying anything. But that being said, we are ready, and I believe we will have the prize ceremony. We'll have an interview, and probably bowing out. So
thank you for watching.
Yep, and take it away, Blomstar.
I'm standing here with the winners of Pantamera CSGO Challenge 2nd edition, and it's a Swedish team, and for the second time in a row we have Pronax as a winner of Pantamera. How does it feel?
Great.
You just won 12,500, and Schneider, the game earlier you said that, well, it's gonna be easy. Was it easy?
The last map was a bit harder than expected.
Twist, you did quite well performance there with your AWP, especially on the first map, and also Lekru, we can mention everyone actually. Pau, you stepped up as well, you played really amazing, the whole team. We also have Redel back there, the coach. You want to say something to your teammates?
Well, why didn't you do this in Prague?
This was your first offline tournament, your first LAN tournament, and you end up winning it. What's the next step for you guys?
I don't know really. I think
we don't really have any launch planned yet, any tournaments. I think we're gonna just try to play everything that we can. Like if we get an invite somewhere, we will go just to keep on grinding games and show that we are actually a good team.
Nice to hear. Lekro, was this your first kind of big LAN tournament?
Yeah, this was my first big LAN tournament,
And also your first win?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a good record.
Well, very good record there. We have to ask Pauf also. You were mentioned as the HLTV Player of the Week. Did you see that?
Yes, I did see that.
So it's a lot of happiness here in the studio. We're gonna have the prize check coming in from Rickard from Pantamera, who can come in here and he wants to say a few words about the Pantamera Recycle for Esports project.
Yeah, just wanted to thank everyone who's been here during this tournament, all the teams and all the spectators, both here at Inferno Online and watching on the web. And I also want to thank everyone here at Inferno Online during the year for recycling all the cans and bottles that contributed to this prize sum. And I'm now gonna hand over the check for 12,500 euros.
Can we have a big round of applause in the studio, please?
Congratulations!
So I guess that's it from now. Once again, we call it Team Ancients won the second edition of the Pantamera CSGO Challenge. Once again, huge congratulations to you guys. Last question though, how are you gonna celebrate?
I don't know. How are we gonna celebrate?
Gonna fix some girls for Pronax finally.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Is it appropriate to say that on stream? I don't know.
Okay guys, thank you so much for this weekend. Thank you Inferno Online, thank you Pantamera. We'll be back with more Pantamera in the near future, that's for sure. Take care.